CBS. Welcome home.
Chicago Hope will return next Monday with an all-new episode. Now, a special CBS Monday Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Don't give up hope.
Well, maybe just this week.
Okay, hit me.
Lady Chevy duked it out with a wall of concrete, the wall run.
Knock off the cute talk, will ya?
Right. Unresponsive, BP 100/50. Tachycardic. Respirations, labored.
What about her pupils?
We started an 18 gauge in the anticubital.
Pupils are good. Okay, give me 2 amps of Narcan and IV pushing an amp of glucose. And get extras down here. I want some cross-table laterals and skulls.
Gee, thanks, Doc, but I don't think so. I'm in charge.
Who the hell are you?
This is Dr. Norris K. Smith, our family physician. I'm Jim Marshak. Patty's my daughter. How is she? Is she going to be all right?
Will you get behind the blue line,
Patty,
sir?
it's
On my count. 1, 2, 3, go.
So 1 unit Bonet. All right, listen up. I want to start another IV. She's got a history of seizures, tonic-clonic. So I'll need a dilantin level, and let's see.
Give me a red powder.
Good. All right, as soon as she's out of X-ray, turf her to ICU. I want her hooked up, tubed up, and sitting pretty.
No toxic screen, doctor?
Nada, I know this woman. She's in a typical post-ictal state.
Even seizure patients can OD on drugs.
Lady, I am FACP with a postgrad in neurosurgicals from the University of Chicago. The book, Physiopathological Basis of Coma, I wrote it, okay?
Dr. Smith, I'm sure she was only trying to help.
Jim, you want a comedian? You hire Letterman. You want to save your daughter's life? Then keep your alligator shirt out of my way. The bottom line is, she is my patient. So let's go, people. Come on. Chop, chop.
Okay, let's start an 18 gauge here.
You memorize very quickly, Mr. Smith. You sound like a real doctor.
Yeah. Look, the coma-inducing drug that she took, is she going to be all right?
The phenobarb? I sure hope so.
I'm Mr. Smith, but that's not my real name.
I'm Mrs. Smith, but that's not my real name either.
You see, we're spies.
But let's face it, this name thing, couldn't it get a little confusing?
People might think we're married.
That's okay. As long as you don't.
Okay, I'm playing doctor.
Right.
Right? You hacked my bogus history into the hospital computers. But I'm still in a fog.
Well, I'm sorry I did drag you off a plane without any warning, didn't I?
Okay. A, Mrs. Smith is faking a coma.
Right.
So that B, she can get next to...
Natasha Pavlovich, who is also in a coma. Well, this is Natasha. But then you have worked together before, haven't you?
She did a favor for me once. Anything else?
Yes, Natasha has a bodyguard, Boris. He's the bastard who made it so hard for us to get close to her.
Excuse me, Justin.
What do you mean? What the hell is going on?
Wait, I'm here to see my patient.
I'm the bodyguard on duty.
My daughter's in here.
Yes.
I'm sorry about that, Doc. We got this VIP in Bay 2. Natasha Pavlovich, the first assistant to the Serbian Secretary of State, in a coma since Sunday. Boris is her bodyguard. Word is, someone forced their car off a bridge.
And you are?
Bobby Sheftel, surgical resident, first year. Regular guy, brand new, right out of the box. Shaky hands. Anyway, got your patient all hooked up, and your orders are posted. No one is to touch her but you. Adios.
What's her ETA?
Well, 500 milligrams of phenobarbital. I should say another couple of hours.
All right. Natasha's in a coma. Mrs. Smith is faking one so she can be near her, and I'm playing her surgeon.
Because of this message, which was left for the factory last Sunday.
This is Natasha Pavlovich. There's to be a terrorist attack by a Serbian right-wing group. Target, the Bosnian peace talks resuming this Friday in Washington. I will learn who the terrorist is and his method between now and midnight when I arrive at our old meeting site in Hagerstown, Maryland. Code words will be Marco to be answered by Polo.
And when she didn't make it to Hagerstown, you tracked her here. You think the terrorist is the one who tried to have her killed?
We must count on our diplomat, Natasha, waking up within the next 72 hours. Locked in her brain is the name of the terrorist and the location of the attack. If she comes to, either yourself or Mrs. Smith will be in place to get it.
Any backup?
Yes. He's a pain in the ass. He's all I could get at such short notice. His name is,
Dr. Lance McQuaid. I specialize in neurosurgery, pathology, and biochemical warfare.
So why set up in the morgue?
What is this, an interrogation?
No, not at all. I was just curious.
Look, not that it's any of your business, but I can monitor Mrs. Smith and Natasha in privacy here. Plus, the position was open. And as of 8 o'clock this morning, I am the temp medical examiner for the Hagerstown General Hospital. You have a problem with that? No? Good. Now, I'm told that you have a little medical training. I'm not impressed. Here, read this Coma book.
Look, McQuaid, if I have in any way offended you, I apologize.
Look, the point is, Mr. Smith, I used to be president of my own spy shop, okay? So I'm accustomed to giving orders, not taking them. We clear?
Sir, I respectfully request Dr. McQuaid be replaced immediately.
request denied.
Then I will relieve him of his gun.
Over my dead body.
Sorry. I already got it.
Neat, eh? By night, a .22 caliber pistol bearing 4 hollow point bullets. By day, your normal ophthalmoscope. Scopes out any ear, eye, nose, or throat. Mind you, it is a tad nasty determining which button to press. But you'll soon get the hang of it. Hey, good grouping. Now, this is your communication equipment. A stethoscope. It's based on the old Panzer tank gear. You speak through here, and you listen with it round your neck here, or through the earpieces here. Any questions?
Our Mrs. Smith. How is Sleeping Beauty?
Just waiting to be kissed.
Where have you been? I've been awake like a mummy for 2 hours. I can't even scratch my nose.
Your ETA was 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Since dawn, they've been turning me into a lab specimen. Ew.
Yeah, look, if you can manage to get the name of the terrorist from Natasha, you will be a hero.
Hero. Schmiro. I'm famished. You have my food. They have me on this IV, but where's my food?
Hold on, let's see what I got here.
High Five protein drink. You bring me health food? How'd you know my brand?
You know, I didn't. That's all they had. Apple for the teacher. So listen, this coma-inducing phenobarb you took, any bad side effects?
Depends. If you dig things in like slow-mo, high five, psychedelic pink, it's really, really good. Any neat gizmo?
Yeah, microphone, earpiece, and this number here. Ear and nose by day, .22 caliber by night.
Cool. Want to meet Natasha? To think there's a secret to a terrorist attack locked inside of her. She's so, like, delicate and vulnerable.
Yeah. I'll bet you the guy who tried to kill her felt the same way. McQuaid, we're in position.
About time. Ask Mrs. Smith if she noticed any slight movement, fluttering of Natasha's eyelids.
Have you noticed any movement, fluttering of the eyelids?
No, not that I can tell. But then again, I've been flat on my ass.
She says no movement, but she's on the case. We still looking at a 72-hour recovery window?
You're the big cheese, Smith. You tell me.
Touch sensitive, don't you think?
No, he's a great guy. Top drawer.
Look, are we gonna play Whisper Down the Lane, or are we gonna read her chart?
Yeah, 10-4. Natasha Pavlovich. Okay, CBC, creatinine, BUN, glucose, carboxyhemoglobin.
Yeah, standard test results. They're probably hoping that she has a concussion, that she'll wake up spontaneously. Go to the back page. You have a CT scan?
Hi, Doc. This is Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, hi.
Ooh, that's, no.
That's right, we're in the sticks, between D.C. and Baltimore. Probably don't have a CT scanner. I better examine her.
Wait, McQuaid. You're not the spy on this project, okay? Your experience is as an administrator only.
Fine. As far as I can tell, they've done skull x-rays only. Let's ask them for an ultrasound. See if she has a subdural hematoma.
And if she does?
Well, they'll drain it. Risky, but it could save her life, maybe even wake her up.
What's going on here?
Uh-oh, visitors.
Why's the door closed? What's going on in there?
Nurse, this is patient, Pavlovich. She should have had an ultrasound.
They're asking for you in the emergency room.
Me? I'm just a visitor here.
It's a head injury coming in. It's a kid, doctor. He's dying.
Listen, I'm not insured for this emergency room. You gotta have other surgeons.
Hager's County General's had huge cutbacks. We're very short-staffed. I'm here on the Landau program as it is.
Besides, Dr. Carter is on rounds over in D.C.
And since you're an expert in head injuries, we thought... Well, fact is, I'm green. There's no other surgeons available, and I don't have the chops. Now, if you don't operate, this kid's gonna die.
Oh, no. Smith.
Pardon me?
The kid, how old is the kid?
13. His breathing's labored. Intubate with a number 4 tube.
BP falling. Only getting 80 palpable.
Number 4 coming up.
Kind of bradycardic.
Doctor, number 4 tube.
Dr. Smith, you asked for these?
Huh?
It's me.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Thanks.
Doctor.
Bagging.
Doctor.
Yeah, number 4. That sounds good.
Got an IV started. What do you want me to run in it, Dr. Smith?
Cheftel, what do you suggest?
T5W to keep open, right?
Very good. McQuaid, you get any of this?
Smith, whatever you're doing, stop.
Stop.
You're using an endotracheal tube. Neck might be broken. Stabilizing intubate with a nasal tracheal.
All right, let's just slow down, Cheftel, okay? That number 4 is an endotracheal tube. His neck might be broken.
So I should stabilize it.
Exactly. Then we'll intubate with a nasal tracheal through the nose.
Number?
Number
3.
3.
3.
3 coming up. Here we go. There you go. We're gonna have to go blood bank.
No. You're green. You got shaky hands. You gotta learn sometime. Let's take a test drive.
2 units. Negative.
Gently now. Remember, he's a kid.
Gently now. Remember, he's a kid. Okay. Give him a breath and then insert on the inhale.
On the inhale. How'd you know that? All right, hyperventilate him. 100% oxygen.
Okay, good. Let's hyperventilate him with 100% oxygen.
Ambu bag. Don't let him get lazy.
Ambu bag. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
His pressure's coming up, Dr. Smith. 100/60.
He's awake.
Turn to Peds, ICU. Observe him.
Let's get him into pediatrics ICU. Stat. Keep him under observation.
Well done.
Good job, people.
Watch your back.
Cheftel, you look a little green.
It's the first life I've ever saved.
You did a hell of a job. I'll get some air.
Thanks.
McQuaid, you rude, magnificent bastard. Thanks.
Hey, what are you doing in there?
Oh, hello there. I'm Ilya, the new radiologist.
Oscar, the old janitor. Hey, man, this isn't the doctor on call room.
Yes, I know that. I was only...
What, are you British or something?
No, actually, I'm Serbian. Pistachio?
Yeah.
Yes, but I went to graduate school in London. In fact, I remember my fellow students affectionately called me...
A real killer.
But I am a Serb through and through.
And when my fellow patriots hear I have blown apart the Bosnian peace signing Friday, they will remember me.
So, essentially in coma, the body is whole, but the mind is on holiday. Conscious appreciation depends on what? Dr. Shaftel?
Integrity of cortical structures.
Right. Do you concur, Dr. Smith?
This patient should have had an ultrasound to check for signs of subdural hematoma.
Draining a cranial hematoma is life-threatening, Doctor. I prefer to give the patient time to recover naturally. Which brings us to your patient. Miss Marshak. This a sec?
No, that's quite unnecessary.
Fine. Coma patient. Suffered from crash-induced head injury, tonic-clonic, subject to seizures. Suggested treatment?
Since Miss Marshak has only been comatose a day, I would suggest stimulating the 5 senses. Excuse me.
Stimulating the 5 senses?
Just as we use the ophthalmoscope to observe the pupils, sometimes pays dividends to take a look at the auditory system. Or perhaps the olfactory senses. Of course, then there's my all-time favorite, ice.
Ice.
Still skeptical, doctor? You see, people, coma patients may only seem vegetative, but it is a long road to permanent la-la land.
You do this for circulation?
Most brain trauma specialists recommend anything to get the blood going.
And for how long do you baste her?
Till she's good and red.
I hate you.
Mm-hmm. Even and strong. Prognosis? Patient wakes in 48 hours.
Mr. Smith, your presence is required.
My suggestion, all of you check out E.D. Chow in Brain Trauma Essentials and anything from the Scuddy Institute of New Jersey. Thank you.
Dr. Smith, the board is having a meeting tonight. There's something we'd love to discuss with you.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you.
So there are no admit records for this man?
Trust me, Smith. I cataloged every corpse that came in here.
His neck?
Snapped. It died in seconds. The body must have been slipped in here last night after you left the operating room.
Look, McQuaid, about...
Me saving your butt in the ER? Let's spare ourselves some maudlin sentiment, shall we?
No, I was wondering how a body could be slipped in here at all.
Oh, I went to the bathroom. For 5 minutes.
But didn't you say this man just died within seconds?
Look, at the time, I didn't think Natasha was in any great danger.
All right, look. This man's clothes are the wrong size, which means that the killer probably took his. And I would suspect his ID badge. Now, what does that tell you?
Oh, God. The killer's in the hospital.
Very good. And the guy who ran Natasha off the bridge?
The terrorist. What you got?
Looks like a pistachio shell.
The man who was killed was a hospital janitor. While the lab boys figure the murderer stole his clothes, his hospital ID, etc.
What about the red smudges on his collar?
Red dye number 5. Hint of salt, a dash of green. Your terrorist digs pistachio nuts.
So we have a pistachio-munching terrorist wandering around the hospital.
Uh-huh.
Just waiting for a chance to kill Natasha Pavlovich.
Look, why don't we just check out all the janitors?
Take a look at your ID badge. It's generic. Doesn't say what you do, just that you work at Hagerstown General. So he could be playing a doctor, a nurse, X-ray technician, anyone.
Here's your Interpol report now.
Thumbprint on pistachio shell matches hired killer codenamed Ilya. Serbian, deadly, linked to executions in Sarajevo, Tuzla, no known photograph. He's good. He's very good.
So this Ilya, if he kills Natasha in the hospital, is home free.
And no one will be able to identify him.
Or stop him from blowing up the Bosnian Peace Conference in D.C. on Friday.
All right, look, this Ilya is a sneaky cat. What say we give him a mouse?
Me as a mouse.
You as a mouse.
Okay, me as a mouse when?
9 o'clock tonight.
9 o'clock tonight, no problemo. Me as a mouse, we do the switch, 9 o'clock tonight. I'll be safe. What'd you bring me?
Bring you.
As in like food, as in like sustenance by which to live?
Oh, that. Let's see. Turkey burger. Stole it from the microwave in maternity. No pickles, no mayo, and, well, let's see, celery.
Oh, you, my fine sir, are a prince among fake surgeons / spies. Did you eat?
I'm fine, thanks. Stuff a gut.
The head of the ward?
Uh-huh.
Dr. Cotter, she's right, you know. If Natasha does have a subdural hematoma, draining it could be life-threatening.
So is allowing a terrorist to bomb a peace conference.
Hey, you know what? You haven't been with her 24 hours a day. She's got this glow about her. I know I don't know anything about her past, but I just sense she's a nice person worth protecting. Even the nurses feel it.
Look, our job is no different than Natasha's was. Save a peace treaty and prevent a huge loss of life. If she was awake, she would say the same thing.
Know her that well, do you?
No, not at all. Care to synchronize watches? 3:57, coming up on 3:58 now.
A little adjustment here, a little more here, and one more here. And that's my test resistance.
Code blue. ICU, Bay 4, code blue. ICU, Bay 4.
Come on, come on, come on. One, two, three, 4, 5. Breathe. Your patient's arresting, doctor. BP 80, palpin falling. Want to take the wheel?
It's your hospital, your code.
Epinephrine, 1 amp. Give me 260 joules.
1 amp coming up.
Hold it.
Charge 260.
What's it gonna be, doctor? You in or out?
She's my patient. I'll take her. There you are. I'll take her.
Clear the bed.
Ready?
Clear. Clear.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And now for a little extra spice.
Code blue. Cardiopulmonary vein. 8 and 11. Repeat.
Oh, no.
BP Bay.
Look,
8, 11.
Dr. Cotter.
Code blue.
Take a team and go. Go!
Right, but let's go on the double. What the hell is going on today?
What's going on here? Huh? Is that my door in here?
Holy! Better not go in there.
All right, better.
No, you are not allowed. Hey, who are you? I am going in. No.
Quit eating.
I'm sorry, I'm hungry.
The code's a false alarm. The monitor's fritzed.
We called the code.
We lost her.
Let's get her to the morgue.
What's happened?
Is it Natasha?
Huh? Who is it? It's not Patty, is it?
Stop, stop.
Oh, dear God, no, not Patty. Please, not Patty.
What are you doing?
Patty. Patty. Oh.
Station?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith will continue.
What are you trying to tell me? That Natasha Pavlovich is out of the woods?
No. Just that she doesn't have a subdural hematoma.
Oh, look, spare me the deductive reasoning. In plain English.
An operation won't wake her up.
But she will wake up.
Eventually.
But we need Times exact information. The treaty signing is tomorrow.
Look, I'm sure if the FBI were to come in...
The FBI are not going to send an entire city into panic based on conjecture.
Well, we still have 24 hours.
Shh. You know, McQuaid, I'm beginning to understand why your espionage business failed. Strange. For the first time in my life, I'm beginning to hope that my enemy, this Ilya, is as good as the reports say he is.
You want him to kill Mrs. Smith?
No, of course not. But I sure would like him to try.
May I call you Natasha?
Hi.
Hi,
Sorry, I thought you were Ilya.
yeah, I told Dr. Cotter I had to check it. Oh, double check exactly why my patient, Patty Marshock, died. Thirsty?
Yeah, thanks.
I know one of your secrets.
What?
This came in your X-ray jacket.
That's my leg.
Mm-hmm. It was broken once in 2 places. You were obviously tortured. The breaks are really way too clean. Pain must have been excruciating.
You really want to bait me into revealing myself, don't you?
No. I'm just saying that having been through torture myself... That...
Uh-huh. Tell you what. You tell me one of your scar stories, and I'll tell you one of mine.
Well, I got a gash. Right there, see?
Oh, please. It's a flesh wound. Any old spy worth their salt has one of those. See? I got one. Here?
Huh?
There? Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, you got a graze from a 45?
Anti-tank RPG shaped like a swan.
Really? Cool. What about,
On my butt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got one of those. Howitzer shrapnel 107. You?
Grenade, 17 slivers. You spied that?
Any good spy would. Suicide?
Kinda. See, some years ago, I got nabbed spying on a Russian naval base. They sentenced me to death. My ex-partner, a Mr. Doe, parachuted in, broke into my gulag, and we escaped by night. Mr. Doe, unfortunately, was shot in the melee, was bleeding like crazy. He said go, I said I couldn't, and we beat it to the mountains. It was snowing, and, well, he died in my arms at dawn.
And the scar?
I made a crude attempt at a blood transfusion. Instead of saving Mr. Doe, I passed out. It's funny. The helicopter pilot said he never would have seen us except for all the red snow.
You shouldn't have told me that story.
Yeah. I know. Your turn.
Okay. Once, I was assigned to ferret out this mole who had burrowed into a certain European intelligence agency. I planned, I snooped, I I dug deep, and I uncovered the traitor.
Yeah, and?
And he killed himself a few days later. About a year later, they contacted me and told me the man had been clean. Seems he'd been framed by the real mole.
Why'd the first guy kill himself?
We've told each other too much. We can get out of here.
Come again?
Look, because you told me your story, I know now you'd risk your life to save mine, and I don't want to rely on that.
Fine. Fine, if that's how you feel about it. Here.
What's this?
It's 22 caliber, remember? In case our friend Elia shows up, and he will show up, you might find the need to act self-sufficient.
Transfer? I wasn't informed. Why?
Dr. Carter's order. See, she signed it right there.
Dr. Smith, please report to the conference room.
Where does she go?
North wing. Madeline, check her blood pressure as we go, would you?
Ellen, the North Wing is like practically empty. Why is she being turfed there?
Hey, orders are orders. When you're a doctor, then we'll speak.
Okay, but I go where she goes.
Dr. Smith, my colleagues and I would really appreciate any input you have on federal funding policies.
Doctors, that resume of mine is wrong. Not wrong, it's just that, well, I did interface with HEW, but that was years ago. Years. Boy.
Bravo? Come soba.
I really gotta go. I'm sorry. I just I gotta go.
Natasha, darling, I have a little present for you.
Transferred? Where?
North Wing.
Hey, don't move. You, come here, quick. I need your help. All right, look, she has a pneumothorax. She could die. Do you know anything about this stuff?
I'm just a nurse in training. I thought you were a doctor.
All right, look. There's no time. She has a collapsed left lung. The air's escaping into her chest cavity. It's crushing her heart. Get me some antiseptic and a scalpel. Go! Hang in there. Okay. And a hollow tube, all right? A small pen, anything that'll help vent the air. and some gauze. I'm gonna cut between the 3rd and 4th rib scalpel. Have some gauze ready. Easy, 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 easy. Easy. Okay, good. Give me the hollow tube. The tube. I had to do this in Afghanistan once. Our medic was blown to hell. I saw him do this on an Afghani. Okay, gauze. Gauze. All right, check her pulse rate. I'm gonna give her mouth to mouth. The pulse?
100. Strong.
Okay, that's good. Listen, about this Afghani stuff I was just telling you about, if she comes to, don't mention anything about that, okay?
Why not?
Mr. Smith? Mr. Smith, are you in place?
Yes, sir.
And have you got the composite drawing of this Iliad guy in circulation?
Yes, such as it is. Rooftops, entrances are being covered by the Secret Service.
What about the Bosnian delegates? Have they arrived?
Signing ceremonies to take place within the hour. Security is tight. What's her condition?
McQuaid?
Well, in medical terms, she...
Not Natasha, Mrs. Smith.
Oh, well, there's a strange hole in my ribs, but other than that, I'm weak, but better. Thank you.
Miss Pavlovich?
No change.
I thought you said she'd wake within 72 hours.
No, I said I hoped she'd wake within 72 hours.
Terrific. Any minute now, 3 delegations from Bosnia are set to sign a peace treaty.
And some mad bomber named Ilya's lurking around God knows where, ready to level the joint. I should have stayed in the coma.
Look, you don't have to use that tone with me.
Use any damn tone we please.
You, sir.
Here's a news flash. The feds are planning to jam all frequencies but their own. All right, folks. I'll be in touch. Sir? McQuaid? Toxic gas, sarin, anthrax, any of that. What's its best delivery system?
Anything that'll make them airborne.
Why? What's up? I thought we were looking for an explosive device.
So did I. If a toxic gas were to get airborne, are we talking, what, feet per second, something like that?
Yeah, well, let me just put it this way. Some of the biochem stuff is so toxic that as little as a pinhead's worth will kill thousands in minutes.
Mr. Smith?
The main air conditioning system, the intake vents, where are they?
Okay, but hurry it, will you?
Marco. Hello.
Aerosol delivery system, bingo. What are you doing here?
I'm fine. Natasha woke up. The bomb's made up of sarin nerve gas, temperature activated.
Okay. Gotcha. 75 degrees in here. All right, Yuli's got it set at 70. Temperature drops to that. The gas will be released.
Oh, can't we adjust it?
No. He went to a lot of trouble to run this wire in here. My guess is he's probably got a failsafe. Anybody messes with it, the gas will automatically detonate. You got a light?
Huh?
A light.
Pardon me, sir. You got a light? Thank you.
We're awfully smart, aren't we?
Uh-huh. We need hot air. Okay, blow. Blow.
Maybe I should try and find the compressor and turn it off, and it'll stay hot in here.
Okay.
Keep blowing.
What's up, Doc? Did you really think I'd let you abort my mission, Doctor?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you help me, please?
You gotta work on that pistachio habit, son. I'm with the factory. Excuse me. You can stop now.
What?
I said you can stop.
Now, Natasha, when you're back in Sarajevo, don't forget to drop us a line now and then.
Yeah, we'd all really like to know how you're doing.
But if I were to correspond, I might reveal something about my past, and...
And?
Well, that would be a violation of factory rules.
Wait. You mean you used to be a spy?
Did I say that? Već si me zamenio za drugu, jeli? Vinaj.
Mislim, ne pričaj.
Mr. Smith, I'm sorry I neglected to inform you of Natasha's past work with us. I somehow thought it might hinder your Coma performance.
Сейчас kad si me oslobodila iz ruskog zatvora.
Hey, you guys talking about me again?
I'm sorry. He was just asking how my husband is doing. He rescued Mr. Smith once from a Russian gulag, you know. They both nearly bled to death. Helicopter pilot said if it hadn't been for all that red snow, he'd never have spotted them. Well, goodbye.
Oh, bye.
Thank you.
Peace to Bosnia.
Peace to Bosnia.
Somehow I don't believe a word either of you have said.
No?
No.
Hey. All right. I know that you think I'm a poser and conceited and self-centered.
That's right.
Oh, good. Because I decided a long time ago that I'd rather be honest and arrogant than humble and a liar.
And rip off quotes from Frank Lloyd Wright.
Yeah, well, whatever. The point is, I want to hire you away. From the factory, that is.
Oh, you do you?
Yeah, well, I'm starting a new spy shop, and I need people that I can work with, you see? So, what do you guys say? Excuse me? Excuse me?
Let's file him under the life's too short category.
Oh, yes.
Move on.
Hey, I heard that.
Okay.
Hey, I never thanked you for saving my life.
Oh. Hey. You're still wondering about her, aren't you?
About whom?
Natasha.
No, not at all.
He was her husband. Mr. Doe. He was also my partner. You understand that, right?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Still, I mean, she wasn't wearing a wedding ring. And...
Well, lots of people don't wear them.
True. Then again, lots of people don't speak Serbian.
True.
Like I do.
Hey, what's going on here?
Friday on Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Hang on.
A kidnapping. I just hate kidnappings.
Why can't I talk to him?
This is how we're going to do it.
Oh, Dragon Lady won. Good guys, nothing.
Positive?
Negative.
Positive?
Yeah.
The world champion Yankees, tonight on The Late Show. Now your local news.
This is Arizona 5 News.